Guys, we'll see you on the flip side.
With more coastline than any country in the world, the nooks and crannies of the shores of northern Canada set the stage for a showdown between opposing fleets. Amidst the barren rocks and snow-capped peaks, only one team will remain unvanquished. This is Warrior's Path. Warrior's Path is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A cap is on the extreme left, B is in the center, and C is on the far right. To the west, Cap A has enough nearby island cover that it generally attracts at least one radar cruiser from each team. There is island cover within the cap that gives destroyers the options of entering and hunkering down to contest it, but it's exceptionally risky. Capture Area B is a difficult and challenging place to be in the early going of a game. Between radar and enemy aircraft, destroyers within the cap will be easily spotted. Though they have cover in the form of the tall island in the center of the cap, they risk being pinned down there if the opposing team is determined to find a way to wipe them out. Off to the east, the sea cap offers solid cover for friendly cruisers along the northwestern and southwestern edges, but precious little inside the cap itself. The long, narrow channel to the east that connects C and B is a frequent place to see pushes occur in the mid to late game, depending on the board position of each team. Warrior's Path has a long and storied history within the tournament, having produced many close and competitive games. It begs the question, what memorable plays and matches will result this time around? 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Warrior's Path.
Welcome to Warrior's Path as we bring you Game 2 here of ARP versus TNG in Group E. Worked last time. I know, right? It worked last time. ARP has made, well, no changes that I can detect. Actually, the Des Moines, I think, is a change. Yeah, yes. I think they went triple Stalin last time. This time we have a Des Moines. But other than that, that seems to be the only change they've made.
Yep, some changes over on the TNG side of things. The Yamato swapped out for a Montana all the way up, saying I don't need to be in a Smolensk anymore. Kremlin, Des Moines, Synpax, and Henri, I believe he was in Zao last. Ravaged Grape is left the Stalingrad in favor of the Zao, or Moskva, I should say. We've got a Stalingrad Cowboy leaving Destroyer for Smolensk, and Foxapalooza dropping Shimakaze in favor of the Gearing. So
Indeed.
Lots of changes on the side.
TNG making quite a number of adaptations here, trying to deal with what they saw out of ARP last game, going down to just 1 Destroyer, and swapping from a Shimakaze to a Gearing. Now, I have to wonder, without a carrier in some of these matches, Sweaty Sentry taking some big hits here early. And as his Stalingrad tries to get into position. In fact, I think he's going to beach. I don't think he's going to like.
We have not seen that.
Well, somebody saw him.
we saw him on the mini map, right? But he took those hits after he went dark.
Oh, okay. I was going to say he only took about 12,000 there, which for that early is kind of surprising. But I'm a little
tap on the shoulder there.
True. What I was trying to say was I'm surprised that they've gone for, if you're going to go Lone Destroyer, that they went for a Gearing. I think I would have gone for a Daring.
Well, yeah, but I think that they noticed in the last game, the Daring torpedoes, though single fire, require an awful lot of finesse and luck, really, to get into range.
Well, yeah, because there's only 10 kilometers, so you got to work at it. That's true, but I mean, I guess maybe they didn't get the work they wanted out of the Shimakaze torps last time. Just like last game, ARP early Destroyer very aggressive here, almost bagging A and B at the same time as Sniper, bit of a misplay, almost on the verge of capping A, sails out of the cap completely.
Oh,
I wonder if he got spotted or radar. There's shells coming in. I think he might have gotten spotted somehow.
Let's see. Storm radared and Proudmoore radared. Proudmoore is the Stalingrad. Yeah, so most likely he got detected by radar over at A, got spooked and ran.
All right, well, he's reversing back into the cap now. He'll be there momentarily. But I think if it were me, I would have made them. I would have sat in the cap and forced them to make the shot to reset me. Where is Foxapalooza, Zath? Which cap is he going to work as in his gearing?
He is over at A side. He's trying to make his way around to flank the gearing.
Well, they know he's there. I assume that Sniper has RPF because they've been clicking on those boxes. Basically, they've been clicking on about E3, E4. I guess there's the RPF has decided that RPF has pointed out that he's over there. ARP has a lot of force at A. Stalin, Kremlin, Smolensk, and Gearing all backing this cap up. TNG's got a tough hill to climb to get over all of this. Once again, Sniper within seconds of bagging the A-cap. They've just radared Foxapalooza's gearing over on the 2 line as Sniper picks up A.
And Cool Hand just took a Citadel, looked like from, I think, all the way up, or maybe Proudmoore.
Hard to say. Cool Hand playing a very risky game here. Stalingrad and Montana shells probably able to Citadel him at that angle, although the Montana shells are going in on Sweaty Sentry.
You are playing a very dangerous game.
Yeah, I was a little surprised to see that, actually. More Stalingrad shells coming in on Cool Hand now, as those hit him for about 20k. He can't stay there. He's giving the Stalingrad... I mean, he's reversing. Oh, this is going to end so badly, I fear. If they can spot him...
Smoke. He's trying to get back into
He's trying to get into the Smolensk smoke, but there's an entire other Stalingrad salvo coming in. That one doesn't hit as hard. Montana salvo coming in now. That one does hit fairly hard. They're laying smoke now just to try and block line of sight. Obviously, they block line of sight, but there's still Monty shells coming in. Down to 13k. Cool Hand just got hammered for like 35k in a matter of seconds here as he finally managed to get some cover and get into the smoke. ARP working their early cap advantage. 5 minutes gone. Almost 200 points as TNG very slow to get onto caps. They're driving... I can't even... What is this? The man with an RX-7. All right. Well, anyway, his Des Moines...
guy.
I guess. His Des Moines is now sitting in the C cap, as well as Storm's Des Moines moving up into the B cap. Storm's position a little more exposed. Invictus's Kremlin might have shots on him. In fact, Invictus looking for that shot now, moving up to go get it.
Invictus is the one over at A?
Correct. Invictus is in G3.
Oh,
that's huge. Whoa. That is huge. TNG's only destroyer dies to a random torpedo hit, and that's going to be big as Kremlin shots going in on the Storm. We lost sight of him. I didn't see the result.
He took some Citadels, but he's okay.
He survived on about half HP.
Yep. So Foxapalooza made a big mistake there. He basically crossed over the torpedo angle on the Montana. Those torps were meant for all the way up in the Montana, and they bagged him instead.
Big lead here early for ARP. They're looking almost 300 points. Only 7 minutes gone. Their early cap and early kill here putting a lot of pressure on TNG.
Yeah, this is interesting. I would have expected there to be a little bit more of a, I don't know. I guess I would say both teams really just kind of digging in, and we haven't really seen that much from TNG. It's ARP just finding a way to counter everything TNG is doing. Indeed.
Well, now TNG, to their credit, they've picked up C, they've picked up B, and they've shoved the Kremlin. That's surrounded by Potatoes' Kremlin is now in that gap. We know he's in there. We can't see him. We have no eyes on anything in there, but we know he's in there. So he's got 2 Des Moines nearby, and he's sitting in that gap between B and C, able to lob shells. There he is. He's just now spotted. Able to lob shells, for example, on Hot Sweaty Sentry's Stalingrad if he wants, but instead he's taking nasty shots at Valen until he's his Des Moines, which is running south, trying to get out of being spotted.
Yeah,
but he's got a long way to go.
Just took a big hit there. He lost about a third of his health to the that Kremlin. As I think that was in the smoke. Even it was just a blind shot. So now B is turning into a brawl. They're trying to get shells on the Storm, who's down under 12k, and now Classic's Kremlin and Potatoes' Kremlin are basically... It looks as if Classic is intentionally going for the ram here. I actually feel like that's a really good trade for ARP if they can make it, and I can't imagine why they can't. Yeah. It's an absolutely good trade, but it's a trade they almost have to make because otherwise the Storm is going to die. Right. It actually looks like, no, he's giving up on the ram. He's going for the close. He's going for the drive-by. But can his guns even depress far enough? Yes.
Oh, wow. About a 50K hit there. What does Potatoes do in return? Potatoes doesn't get the shot off at all. Nothing.
Nothing.
Classic with a
You get nothing.
amazing drive-by here. And now he's going to be face-to-face with the Des Moines. That is
big
huge. Huge. They gave up their Kremlin for free, Zath. That feels terrible. And there's the Storm literally at point blank here. And Classic is just ready and waiting, saying lulz right through the bow. Doesn't even care. Goodness gracious.
Like a boss.
Goodness gracious. Play of the game from Classic's Kremlin right there in the B cap, kids. Well done, sir. Classic, to his credit, is not slowing down. Actually, no. All he has to do now, well, he took a shot at the Smolensk, I think? No. If I were him, like, literally, he could just drive straight into the sea cap and bully these two cruisers and see if he wants. But he is stopping.
That's what I would do.
But he is stopping. I think what he's doing is basically, he's going to cut them off if they, he's basically in a position to try and cut them off from escaping. He's actually looking, he just took a shot on Proudmoore's Stalingrad. I was thinking he might try on all the way up to Montana, but I think he didn't have an angle there with the island in the way. Doesn't get much on Proudmoore, though.
Yeah, and let's face it, Montana's not what you want to be shooting at anyway. Oh. Valen Antilles going down.
Yep, all the way up. Does bag Valen Antilles is, what is that? Des Moines, way down here. This was on the G line. TNG's first kill of the game, points they badly need. Match half gone. ARP working on a 250-point lead here. Even though they're down a cap, they're still up 2 ships. A lot of torpedoes going in on all the way up to Montana. This is really going to hurt. Because the second follow-up salvo is right on the heels. All the way is going out. Surely he can't survive 3 more torpedoes. He barely survives, but the Stalingrad finishes him off.
Yep.
What a brilliant torpedo salvo by Sniper. Sniper's had a great game. Now, admittedly, the one on the gearing was kind of luck, but that salvo there was just a thing of beauty.
Meanwhile, Noob DD taking out the man with an RX-7.
Daring Torpedoes doing work way over here on the edge of the map as ARP jumps out to a 400-plus point lead. I don't see how TNG wins this, Sat. This is going to be a sweep.
Time to look for a game 3.
Time to look for a game 3. I can't imagine. They don't have enough firepower. They're way down. They're upside down on. Well, they're not upside down on caps, but they're way upside down on health and ships. Classic is about to duck his stern into B. That'll start flipping that cap on behalf of ARP. They seem to just not even care about the Zhao and C. Just like, whatever. Let him have it. Now, I will say that Invictus's Kremlin is kind of low. He might go out here. He's giving up shots to a Stalingrad on one flank and an Henri on the other. Yep, he's down to 400 HP. So there will be a time extension here. Yeah, he able to put some, able to get a good hit on the Stalingrad, but not able to kill him as Invictus does go out here. Still not sure.
Cowboy down to 4K. What happened to him?
Where is he?
Ooh, man, he just died.
Oh yeah, he had smoked up north of B, and I figure that they were probably just taking pot shots, right? Like they were just throwing shells into the smoke, eventually figuring they'd hit him. Because honestly, Classic had really nothing else to be shooting at from his position in B. He was probably just shooting at the smoke.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
And now Ravager Great is, well, he's just going to sit there and take it, looks like.
As not much else he can do here. It looks like he might take a torpedo. He is going to take one of these torpedoes. Oh, is Sniper going to get another kill? He is flooding. No, he repaired right away. Less than 60 seconds on the clock here. Sniper's gearing, trading shots with Synpax's Henri way over here on the 2 line. Sweaty Centuries, Stalingrad looks like they're... No, is he going around this corner? No, he's going to have another Mexican standoff here. Fun and games, kids.
Oh yeah, this makes for a good screenshot right here. Let me tell you.
Everybody just staring at everybody. Just chilling. Just chilling. He actually has shots. I think Proudmoore actually would have a shot there if he wants to try for it.
Yep, there it
He
is.
does.
Right,
They're all overpins though. They're garbage shots. Time's up. Wow, that game didn't go at all like I thought it would, Zaf.
yeah.
That drive-by in B was just brutal to watch. Just brutal.
Oh. Somebody screwed up hard there.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been a camera thing. I've had that happen before where I think I'm locked onto something and suddenly the camera unlocks me and I'm trying to move the turrets and they just won't turn. One of the most frustrating parts of the game sometimes.
Right. But like it looked like when I had my camera down in there and it looked as if who was it? It was surrounded by potatoes. His Kremlin, it looked like he had his guns already turned, ready for this Kremlin to drive by him, right? Like his guns were not pointed forward; they were pointed like directly 90 degrees off his bow. And the next thing you know, it doesn't even. What did I just watch? I was, wow! I can't believe that happened for free. That's one of the most shocking things I've seen in King of the Sea in a long time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that was